Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another edition of Eric's Corner with the word of the not so wise. I just got back from fishing, so I'm really behind on a lot of things. I could make some individual episodes on these issues, but I feel like I'm just going to drop a couple of 2 cents on things. Other YouTubers have covered some of these things a lot better than I will, like the Trump assassination. Of course, I'm going to talk about that. I found out about that while I was out fishing and just, was really happy they didn't manage to take him out. There's a lot of course, controversy about it. Like, how did this mentally ill individual actually get a gun that close to Trump? And, I would really think there would be people watching what was going on from overhead from satellites. They should have found him sooner, I would think. But I have a very hard time believing that the Secret Service just dismissed this. I mean, these people are sworn to put themselves between bullets and the president. So, I mean, I would do everything I could to make sure they couldn't actually get shots off. And unfortunately, there was a man killed, Corey Comparator, probably pronouncing that wrong, died protecting his wife and child from these bullets. And of course, our hearts and prayers go out to the family members. And I'm not one to try and use a tragedy for political purposes. I'm not Hillary Clinton, but you guys killed a firefighter. Dude, are you fucking kidding me? I mean, yes, all lives matter and all life is precious, all that good stuff, but there are some of us we can do without a lot more than we can firefighters, and you guys drew first blood. And I'm not talking about Trump's ear. Whatever you got coming to you, you pretty much deserve. I mean, the FBI didn't even know whether it was glass from a teleprompter or an actual bullet. I mean, right away I was seeing videos of, you know, Trump's head versus when he turned to look at a teleprompter, which he thanked the girl that put the screen up right at that moment for saving him. And she just walked up and said, "Hey, hi," and walked off. Very, very polite. That was all good and everything. But you got Secret Service agents that are sworn to put themselves between bullets and the president. I would do everything I could to make sure that they couldn't actually get bullets out. And I feel like, shouldn't they have satellites watching this stuff from overhead and should be keeping an eye on these things? Just like everything, also controversial how this mentally ill individual got his hands on firearms and so on and so forth. And I'm hearing crickets from the gun grabbers. All of a sudden, Second Amendment is all of a sudden really important to get rid of politicians you don't like. And I called this back in, I don't remember when, January or February, with one of my election prediction videos, because I was like, well, they can't seem to beat him, so they will try to kill him. And well, what do you know? I mean, that was kind of a softball prediction. But Biden stepping down, which I feel like he's not even the president anymore. I haven't heard anything from him. And COVID-19. Oh yes, of course, that's what he got. We're still riding that scooter for some reason. And he did it at a time when he could appoint somebody versus the runner-up would go. And God, Kamala Harris, God, what a freaking joke. And JP Sears, love that guy. Does a way better job of giving you the news than the news does. Absolutely hates that woman and has absolutely destroyed her multiple times. But I was very confused. I was like, I don't really think that's how that works, but apparently it is. They're just making up their own thing. Trump waited till kind of last minute to appoint a running mate, this Vance dude, and Marine Corps veteran, highly decorated. It looks like deployments to Iraq. And I'm just happy he picked somebody that wasn't 1,000. And I think we've got a very big disconnect from the older people going, well, this is how it was when I grew up. It's like, well, things have changed in the 40 years since you were 60. So, and of course, we're back on the transgender thing, the Olympic events and having dudes compete with women. And of course, I took it as face value when the Italian boxer, I'm pretty sure she was, this Algeria Caliph or whatever, the one from, crap, I don't remember. And she's like, oh, well, this is unjust. And like, oh, I'm competing against this man. I was like, okay, well, shocking. And they're saying, no, that's actually a woman. She's born with a vagina. So now your parts are what you are when you're born all of a sudden. I mean, you know, the left, as usual, just flip flops based on what's going on this 3 minutes. And turns out she is a woman, but has higher testosterone levels. Apparently, they're saying, I don't know. I have completely lost track of, maybe she's intersex or hermaphrodite. I mean, but regardless, I mean, if a woman naturally produces more testosterone, you can't test them for performance enhancers, which apparently you can tell the difference. I don't know. But my initial reaction was, I mean, does everybody in every sport have to do what Riley Gaines does? Do we have to go through this for every sport? Or can we just take what she said and just apply it to everything? Which is what I would assume. And of course, we got Simone Biles, who absolutely clean shop in gold medals. She's the first one to get her 8th one in gymnastics, I think. All fantastic. Congratulations. I like how they didn't say she's the first black female. They just said the first one. So now I'm saying the thing that I absolutely abhor when they headline things like so. But so maybe we're taking steps forward there, actually just saying the first person to do something, because that's actually an accomplishment, not having somebody of the first of their denomination doing something that hundreds of other people have already done. Not that big a deal. Dave, okay, I got to circle back. Dave Benigno, he's an ex-Secret Service agent. He's the one with the really big forehead that has his podcast and everything. He was talking about the Trump assassination, and he's got texts and pictures of this dude that, you know, did the assassination attempt. I just don't know why anything can't happen without lots of controversy. Just, oh, somebody tried to take the president out, we took him out, and that's just it. It's like, oh, well, did they let him up there? Or we had information that said that there was a would-be assassin nearby. I mean, it's all very taxing. So, but you know, that's a little bit on several subjects there. You know, of course, my 2 cents, take it with a grain of salt, or a whole bucket if you need to. Yeah, that's it. I got for a recap. If you want me to dig more into something, throw something in the comments, and I'll expand on things and look a little bit more into it. So I got back from fishing a month ago. I haven't really had that much time to actually research things and binge on my phone that much. So yeah, thank you for joining me. Hope to see you again real soon. Have a good night.